Is there a possible way to turn this off?
Right after I hit. And that's how
Can we put that in the
starts.
interview?
If you want.
Okay.
Okay. Ready?
Every mistake.
Hey, what is up, guys? I'm Ascari Husky here today, and today we are back with the final Fursuit interview. Out of every con I have been to, this has to have been the one where I have filmed the most videos. But either way, everything went swimmingly. We got everything done in 2 days. We still have a full day left of the con, and Saturday is always party night. So that being said, let's get into this final interview. Now today we are interviewing Sem Jay, Cosmic Sems, Audio Chirp. How many fucking names do you have?
A lot. Sem Jay is okay.
I like how it started turning up more when you talked. It got louder when you started talking.
No, that's exactly how it's going to be. like literally, do not edit that out. I'm going to be really upset.
Like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's
anyway.
just, you know, we're going to just have all these noises. Someone's going to come down the hallway. They're just going to be really loud.
I really hope someone walks into the room like, is this the porno set? Because we have, like, the lights that just make it look like a porno.
Oh, yeah. Didn't that happen to you yesterday?
That actually happened, yes. This totally happened.
Oh, that's so awesome, though.
Oh, Lord. Anyway, Sem Jay is a good friend of mine. She just started doing the YouTube thing, has so many awesome fursuits. This is her newest, and the best part is you make them yourself.
Not all of them. I have a couple that were made by other people as well. I made this one completely, and by made this one, I mean my husband helped me with it a lot, so, but yeah, I did a lot of it. I just can't use a sewing machine, without rage quitting. So,
It's like, no!
No, seriously, it was like one time I had to sew like a square onto my friend's thing, and I got like I couldn't even do the first line. And then I just got up, and I was just like, and just completely rage quit out of there.
I'm just like, nope, I'm done.
I was completely done. So, but yeah, gluing, like carving foam, like, you know, character design, stuff like that I can do. No problem.
So guys, this is a relatively normal fursuit interview. What I mean by that is I went to social media and asked you guys to ask said fursuiter questions. So that being said, you terrible, terrible bastards didn't answer that many questions or ask that many questions to all of you. But either way, thank you to the 4 of you or 3 of you, or how many?
I think there's 4.
To the few of you who actually asked questions. So that being said, let's ask you guys' questions. And since only 4 people asked, you can elaborate.
Oh, okay.
You can get
That's not a problem with me. I tend to elaborate on the smallest of things.
And this is a penny because...
Yeah.
So that being said, guys, let's get into these questions. Now, the first one is by Rick the Firefighter, and that is, how many channels do you pick up with those ears?
I pick up Ascari's channel.
I'm sorry.
Subscribe, hit the bell.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
You, like, at 3 in the morning, you'll get the notification.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing. It's like, you know, Ascari and me have, like, the same sleep schedule. And so I'll be up, and I'll be getting notifications on my phone, and I'll just be like, you know, and then it's just like, let's watch porn! Ascari Husky is now streaming.
That is literally every Sunday, though.
Yeah, it's every Sunday, and
Remember,
I'm like,
we have to pick the day of our Lord. We have to praise the penis and the titties somehow.
So, yeah, that's like one of my favorites. What other channels do I pick up?
That's a great question.
I pick up any channel that has The Office on reruns. But, yeah, so I pick up my own channel, but that's, you know...
Audio Chirp.
Yeah, that's just because...
Or Coloring Book Dog.
Yeah, Coloring Book Dog is my channel. I have a show on it called Audio Chirp, and then I have a show on it called Oddcade right now, and a bunch of odd AWD puns. But yeah, there's going to be a lot more stuff on there too.
So, next question we have is by Alan Gray Muzzle, and that is, exactly how long/tall are your ears? And how long have you done Who's Line?
Oh.
Or Who's Lying, because you guys and your fucking puns.
Oh yeah, that is a pun too. I guess I'm not immune to them. I think we figured out that they were like a foot tall, like ish, like maybe.
Something like that, because you're like the exact same height as Alkali.
Yeah, I end up being like the exact same height as Alkali when I'm standing next to him with this suit on.
And you're like about an inch shorter than I am, so that makes you 5'10".
Yeah, I'm like about 5'10".
And Alkali's like 6'5". See, so
I
our
don't know,
math
it's a
isn't
little-
100%.
Yeah, we're not 100% sure how tall he is. But yeah, I saw a picture of myself doing Who's Lion in suit at MFF, and I was just like, oh my god, like, I'm actually as tall as Alkali in these pictures.
So, and what about, how long have you done Who's Lion?
I have done that for, this MFF will be 12 years I've been doing that. So I am old AF. Yeah, so I started it in 2006, so I think my math is right on that. I'm not going to do math here, though.
We're not here for
No.
Coincidentally, the con's name
Yeah, it's for squared.
is math related, and we
exponent,
can't. Oh, see, you know math. I don't even know what an exponent is. I thought that was a shitty porno.
Okay. I think it's an exponent. I'm probably gonna get corrected on that. I think it's an exponent.
Some math major is gonna see this and be like how fucking dare you?
There's
I'll
literally
let you know that comment or whatever.
There's literally a panel here on trigonometry.
What?
Yes.
I would sit in that and I'd be.
I know. So I don't know. Like I've been told that it is actually about trigonometry, but I am definitely not a fan of math, so I will not be going to that.
Oh, I failed 3 years of it.
Yeah, I think my husband will definitely go to that though. So that's why, again, I don't need to sew because of my husband, and I don't need to do math because of my husband. So it kind of works out.
The next question we have here is, why the fuck can't you bastards pick usual names like Biscuit or some, like, the fuck is this? It's like Kazara, we're just gonna call you, and that is, as a co-host of At Who's Line Improv, what do you, what? I think they're asking you something about a co-host.
Like what do I do?
Their name is as fucked up as their comment, but who the fuck taught this person how to type? Either that or I just can't read.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Probably a little bit of both.
As a co-host, and by co-host I mean like we're all hosts, so we're all co-hosting it together. We generally tend to wrangle people around, explain games to people when they get up on stage, go and get suggestions from the audience, you know, kind of like talk out like what games we want to do when we're on stage, and you know, we really work together as a team. When I started the panel, it used to only be me doing Who's Line by myself. I knew the next year...
So how long has the panel been going?
12 years.
12, holy shit.
Yeah, and then in the first audience, there was this guy who I knew kind of like from my local meets, and he was this tall guy with a top hat, and he did really, really well at the panels, and I was just like, hey, can you help me next year? So yeah, he's been helping ever since, and he's really taken it to a whole new level, so it's been fun having him, and now we have Dragor helping us, and we have so many people helping us. It's always so great. It's so
If you guys, honest to God, if you guys are at a convention, go check that panel out. It's actually so big. You guys are like the biggest secondary events rooms at some cons. You are in main events too.
Yeah, we're in main events at this con.
It's a big fucking panel. A lot of people know the panel. If you guys don't know whose line is at a convention, go check that shit out. It's funny as hell. And coincidentally, it was the first ever panel I went to at my first ever convention before I knew this person.
I'm sorry.
It's like, oh no, it was fucking hilarious. I remember I just sat there and laughed for like an hour and a half or 2 hours straight. I just couldn't breathe.
That was our 10-year anniversary too.
Yeah,
so that was like crazy. Like it just was so great. I had actually taken a couple years off of conventions, and so to go there and see like how much like the panels had like we had like lighting, and we had like an actual stage, and I was just like, oh my god, like this show is like super
what is going
fancy.
on?
I know, I'm like, this is
I'm not used to this.
I know, this used to be like something that went up against Furry Variety Show at night when nobody else was like still awake, and you know, the first time we did it, we had about 60 people show up, and now I can't remember the last one I went to that was not standing room only, and I owe a lot of that to Alkali because he's really,
He's done
he's kept it going, and then Dragor kind of joined us, and it's been a lot of fun.
It's awesome. Yeah, like I said, it's definitely a funny panel though.
Yeah,
I mean, the jokes you guys make, the things you guys say, it's hilarious. It's definitely one of the best panels at the con.
Oh, it makes me feel happy. I like when people tell me that you know it's the reason they go to the con, or it's the best part of their con. You know, that means a lot to me.
It's definitely, like I said, it's definitely a good panel. You guys should totally go check it out too. I mean, get their numbers up more. Go, if you're at the con, get numbers up more at Who's Line. That shit is hilarious. How many, like, what do you say, like, your biggest crowd was at one of those?
Probably MFF. I was handing out gifts for the 10-year anniversary, and it was about the same last year. But I had 350 of these little pins, or like they were like little coat hanger button tag things, and the box made it about halfway through the audience, and we ran out.
Oh my god!
So we just stopped taking attendance now because, as I said, math. I don't really want to do it anymore. But yeah, we don't really keep track anymore at this point because it's always standing room only. It's difficult because people are coming and going throughout the whole panel, but it's so much fun.
It's an awesome panel.
Yeah.
So the very last Twitter question we have is by at a name I'm not even going to try and pronounce because I've butchered this person's name so many times it's not even funny, and that is, what is your favorite type of music?
That one is, I'm kind of all over the place with that. I tend to answer this question with, like, my favorite artists are Eminem, Green Day, and Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Cool.
So we've got rap, like alternative rock, and like show tunes. But then
Who's the last one?
Andrew Lloyd Webber?
Never heard of it.
He's the guy who wrote like Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, Phantom of the Opera, all like the musicals. So you know, I'm a theater kid at heart, so I absolutely love musicals and stuff like that. So
All right.
always, you can usually catch me in my car, you know, belting out show tunes. So if you guys ever see me, you drive by me on the road, and you see me singing, it's generally like something like Phantom of the Opera, or I actually like Moulin Rouge. I mean, it's more of a movie, but I love the soundtrack to that. So.
All right. So the last question I kind of have is, what got you into starting a YouTube channel? Because I know you're new to that. What got you into it? Really? I'm sorry.
I mean, partially. I started watching YouTube videos a couple of years ago, and well, I mean, I've watched them since, you know, they were a thing. But I started noticing all these channels, and people had like series and stuff on that. And I always felt like, oh man, like I feel like I kind of missed my calling with that, and I felt like maybe I was like a little bit too old to start with that, because I was approaching my 30s. And so I just kind of like put it on the back burner, never really attempted to. And when I started getting back into furry cons, I started meeting a lot of furry YouTubers, and, you know, namely you, and everybody was like super
Oh, that's because you're my neighbor.
Yeah, we are. We're neighbors. And when I got inspired to try and make it a thing. I have a friend, Vince, who owns a recording studio. So I was like, oh, well, I don't have to buy any equipment. I can't really use that as an excuse. I have people who are encouraging me, so I can't really use that as an excuse. And I finally I just was like, I gotta do this. So I started doing interviews, kind of like what you were doing. I kind of wanted them to be more of like a podcast.
Yeah.
And so we've done 2 of those so far. And then the other thing that I started doing was arcade videos, where I go and I play, you know, games at the arcade. ticket redemption games.
Okay.
Because that's just something I always did as a kid, and I kind of fell in love with that medium on YouTube. So I really wanted to bring that.
Alright. Yeah, no, so that's kind of cool. So what are your future plans with it?
I want to do skits. I kind of have like a little bit of a background with like writing, like one acts, and I would really like to take some of those scripts that I've written and turn those into like fursuit friendly, furry friendly skits. And I have some people who are wanting to help me with that. It's still a way away. We kind of, like right now the biggest thing is we kind of want it to warm up a little bit because it's too cold to do anything right now.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I'm probably dating this video,
winter.
but yeah, it's I guess it's first square. We know it's in first square,
It's
so.
It's cold. I hate winter.
And everyone's like, I'm like, yeah, let's go and do this. And everyone's like, yeah, but there's going to be a blizzard. And it's like, oh, yeah.
Maybe it's not.
No one wants to ruin their
Yeah.
fursuits. So, understandably, they're expensive.
Alright guys, so I just want to thank you for watching this final Fursuit interview at First Squared. Guys, thank you so much. We filmed a ton of videos at this convention, just like MFF. I go to conventions and I just film. Really, there is no restriction. If you guys want me to interview someone, let me know. I'll interview. But either way, guys, thank you so much for watching this. Thank you, Sem Jay, for being a part of it. Is there anything left that you wanted to say?
I think we covered all of it.
Alright, so guys, if you see this wonderful suitor at a convention, if you see the Who's Line panel at a convention, please go check out the panel.
And please participate.
Yeah, please participate because they actually
it's audience participation. So.
They actually have stuff where it's like you're up on stage yourself and you can make jokes. So if you guys like doing that, if you guys like doing that, go do it. You don't have to be popular or anything like that. Just go up there and when they ask, just raise your hand when they call on you. But either way, guys, go check out the Who's Line panel. Guys, go check out her channel. There's going to be some awesome things that come to that channel. But that being said, guys, deeply thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to sub to her channel up here. Don't forget to sub to mine if you're new. And don't forget to check out the last Fursuit interview down here on the end screen. And if you want to binge watch 20 or 30 different videos, watch the full playlist of the interview series down here. Alright guys, I'm Ascari Husky.
I'm Sem Jay.
And I will see you all in the next video.